Well, it rained a little last night, not much, just enough to stop us for at least the morning.
Other side of the seal.
This truck had a wheel seal leaking, so that's what these guys are doing.
And we're trying to get it out of there.
Looks oily.
It's oily.
Eli was out here in the process of getting the tractor switched back around. He used the 555 yesterday while the 500 was down. Turned out there wasn't much wrong with 500, just the shifter lever. Something wrong with the shifter lever, so they replaced that. It's good now. And we think we're gonna switch from the case to the gearing off corn heads, because of course it won't be any problem today, wasn't any problem yesterday with all the sprinkles, but as corn's getting drier, he's worried about fluff, and the gearing off's better on that. Well, I'm heading down to the prairie, north of the farm. Got the Salford out. I'm gonna go get caught up on that a little bit. Beside it's definitely too wet today. The cut beans, we could probably get after corn. Well, probably about now. So we just give it today. You know, we were in some dry corn. Got 2 more days of dry corn, I think. And I think we might have to go back to drying. Just the spring was so spread out, so we'll give it today. Just give another day to dry and then get back after it. But in the meantime, we're gonna work a little ground south. I don't get to do this much, so we'll have me a good old time. Well, we're rolling. That has already been worked. It looks like a planted cornfield now. This has not been, this is where we planted 2 different plantings, because we've got a ditch that gets out right there. As you can see, there's still corn left. That's stuff planted on Father's Day. Who knows when we'll be able to pick that. But the goal here is to smooth it up, work the fertilize in at least a little bit. This awful thick dirt's already been spread. Kill the corn that's up and plant the corn that's not up, so the freeze will kill the rest of it. At least those are my goals. And this is muck. We do not like touching in the spring because it dries out on top, not underneath, so it gets, let's turn around now. It gets, it doesn't work up good because it's gummy underneath, dry on top. Sometimes in spring you don't have time for it to dry down that long, but. So what we'll do now is, as long as weather permits, is work it now. And work it one more time this fall, just so it's all nice and smooth, and we can just plant straight into it next spring. Some people say this vertical tillage in the fall is just recreational tillage. I disagree. Makes it a whole lot easier to get through in the spring if you work through in the fall. Or a place you just plant right into. It makes it a lot easier for the planter to go through and have a lot better emergence, I feel. You got some of that corn stalks chewed up, but no-till works too. We do that too on sandier soils, but muck we like to work in the fall, and the clay we like to work in the fall and spring. Like working in it in the spring. One of the reasons is it warms it up and dries the clay up. Pulled up, head to the other field. I'm going to be going to a hill field. Hillside that comes down the hillside into this muck, so I'm gonna be spreading spray there where it washes, or has a good chance of washing. I noticed beavers are back. Try to trap them this winter again. Kind of enjoy that. I'm doing something I don't usually do. I'm actually working with the stalks. In the fall, I always like to do at least a 10% angle off of them because it just works them up better. But the fact that it's been picked for a while in rain helps them work up a lot better too than like earlier. I'm going with them right now because we're on the hillside with terraces. I don't really like working over them. I want to work with them, so it doesn't look as good behind it when that happens, but I think that's what's best for this situation. Well, made it to the bottom. I'm working across the rows now. Probably time to set the drone up. Better get a little bit of drone of this for something different. You might notice the very bottom where that ditch gets out, some very tall grass that we'll be working up. That's just a spot that's ground out. As you can see, as it goes all uphill to get there, there's nowhere to get there. To get back there, get planted. There wasn't a very big spot, and it's as wet as this year was, it was wet for a long time. That probably been a Father's Day worthless corn planting too. So just let that little swamp go. Thought we did more harm than good replanting that.
Yeah, we're headed out to what we call Lucan today, Lucan Township. Not very far west of the farm. Matter of fact, my mailbox is in Lucan Township, but we're going a lot further west. We got a couple days out here, and day to a day and a half in Wabash County. Then I'll be ready to move to Indiana. Always look forward to moving over there. Always look forward to getting done.
Back in my normal seat today. We're out in Lucan Township. This is not the best ground, surrounded by trees, but I'm gonna go get this knocked out today. Well, not today. Gonna get started on this area today. I had to get out of the tractor for a second because built that shed, if you remember. Everybody's been following. Had to dig this pond out, get enough dirt. So I'm starting over from scratch with the fish. I got 250 bluegill and 2 pounds of minnows to start with. I'll get the catfish and bass next year. There's the bluegill. Put them in to just try and catch them later. I have to say, there is one good thing about backcouring.
Hey, you're okay. Go ahead and pull in there and get lined up.
You can at least get through it fast. He is lying. About 130 bushel average on the last one. I don't know about the other one. I know somebody will be wondering. Farm all kinds of stuff, as you can tell. Well, done with another field. Done 2 of them today. Moore's a 50 acre and place we call St. Louis, which is 35 acres. This is farmed this way back when, and I think it was Randolph Johnson maybe said back then they, back then they didn't farm very far from home, and this thing's west of the farm there, 5 miles. So if you're going that far, you might as well go to St. Louis. They call it St. Louis. But this is our last time on this. This is our last corn on the ground that Eckerts from around Hudsonville own. They're going to start farming again themselves. Just happy to have got the farm for 10 years. So, yeah. Done with this. On to the next thing.
Well, we're on the girdler field now, out looking. We did Moores, did the St. Louis farm of Eckerts. We'll get girdlers done today. And then we got some Dells out here, and then we got some down in Wabash County. Then we're going to be making a move, probably go back to Crawford County and finish all that spot up there yet. Then go to Indiana one of these days. Well, back with my gearing off cornhead. It's fluff time on some of these varieties. Might fluff a little bit, so I went back to it. Did a good job today. I'd say I will be glad when Case makes a new cornhead fold. Hopefully the next fall I can get me one.
The sun is bright. Still plugging along. Going pretty smooth. This feels pretty good. A couple miles makes a lot of difference in yield sometimes.
Well, I'm out here picking corn on the Grub farm. Been in 3 different fields. First of all, doing all the inrows 4 times around. That was a total of over 40 acres doing the inroads out of a 125 acre farm. And then there's another field with inroads, and all that is brown trees. So I can really cut back on your yield. Right now my yield's starting to build. So didn't have much of an average in the first few rounds. This out in here where I'm at, it's well over 200. The farm sure won't make that because of all the shade. This in the back, we call it, is not burnt up at all. It's really good corn back here. Well, the trees kill you around the edge. You know, we trim them back, but still they suck moisture out of the first 12 to 24 rows, and they're just never near as good. Take 20 acres even of inrows on this farm out of 125. That's a big percent. You might add, this family has been talking a little bit about clearing out the trees in the bottom part of the farm, which is the best part of the farm. It needs a ditch through there. The feeler's got me off the road, got to back up. Anyway, the best part of the farm's down in the Parkinson Woods, in the lower part. If it's fixed, had a ditch through it, tile some washes out, it's be a heck of a farm. But it has been approved for wetlands. It's not a wetland, so we can do it if we want to. Don't want to get it logged, I think. That'll take a big expense.
This is Thursday, I do believe, and believe it or not, still cutting beans. We're on the Gene Young's farm now. See David over there to my right, a little in front of me. I don't know if you can see through the dust, and Jared's up there on the end, loading the truck. We're about to get this side done what we can. We've got some replant over there that we're not going to be able to get to just yet. It'll be a while before we get there. We're going to go to seed beans here this evening. And it's going to take a good 2 days in seed beans. Got a lot in Wabash County, a little bit in towards St. Francisville. Got to clean the combines out, get all the beans out we possibly can. It's stuck in this stone trap on different parts of the combine, so the beans are not in with the seed. We got a big commercial air compressor for that. Really helps a lot. They have a little trouble with it. Keeping it running, but we'll get her going. We'll see what's up with that. Get these all cleaned out. We'll get that done today. We may even get started in the seed today. If not, it'll be the first thing tomorrow. And, well, maybe 2 days, maybe 2.5. I don't know where we go after that. We're about ready to go to Indiana, I think. Won't be long.
Been broke down for a while. Yeah, somebody filled up with fuel this morning. I'm not gonna say who, but they didn't put the fuel. It wasn't me, but they didn't put the fuel cap back on. So we ended up changing different fuel fillers here, and the one in the engine drained all the fuel out of the tank. Then there's this right here on the bottom of the tank. There's a screen in there. That's the only thing I really found dirty. Filters didn't look dirty. That screen there was definitely dirty. So we took that out, flushed the tank out with some diesel fuel, put diesel fuel in it. Hopefully it works.
We just got a start on our seed beans. We're in close to St. Francisville. A little hilly here. I don't know if you can tell that. To a lot of people, this just be a bump. But for flatlanders, this is a hill. And the beans are pretty good. There's quite a bit of plant growth, but they're yielding good. They're a little wetter than what we've been in, but they're dry enough. So see how it goes. A little dusty, as you can see. It's been a while since we've had measurable rain, and we've only had one decent rain since the 1st of August. So it's been pretty dry.
Well, we got grubs done a little bit later than expected. Had a little fuel filter problems, so got that fixed. Got her done. It's only after 8 o'clock, 8:20. Good shape. So heading back toward the farm. We got everything in Lucan Township done. Heading her back.
Yeah, last load of the night. Lucan Township is done. We probably got about 10 acres left in Lawrence County. Warner, where I planned real late, we're gonna go ahead and get that tomorrow. Knock out Lawrence County tomorrow, go to Wabash County.
Well, we're picking something this morning that's a little bit of a mess. It's a little spot down there next to the ditch. Grounded out beans, or corn, I'm sorry. Come back and planted the corn. And then the corn drowned it out, the ditch again, and left part of it. So we come back and planted beans out in the middle of it. And so we just got kind of a mess here. We're gonna pick what corn we can get this morning, and then waterways down the road, go pick what few beans are down there, and we'll get rid of it. This is just been a little, it's probably 10 acres here, 12, no, probably 10 acres. 7 in this corner that's messed up, and then a little bit right across the ditch we gotta get. But it is kind of a wet spot, it's a low spot out of the ditch floods. And beans flooded also after they planted, but it didn't kill them. And that was the last flood. Killed a lot of them, didn't kill them all.
That's it, the end of Lawrence County corn.
We're headed back down to Wabash County. We got 20 acres or something like that left on Simmons, maybe a little more than that. And then we're going to finish Mac. We've only got probably a load. Then I got Hipshire 20 acres. Then I got Groening 80 acres. Then we're going to be down in Lawrence and Wabash County.
Good morning. Still at We're still in the St. Francisville. We're cutting seed beans. Pretty good right here. There is some high sand bumps in here where they're not so good. They just burn up. This is a pretty high sand bump. We're on. You can see for a long way from up here. last night,
I see where you're at.
and you can see the airport all lit up. You can see the farm from here. I don't suppose you can in this with this camera, but I can see it with the naked eye. It goes a long way out there. It's a big bump. So it would be a pretty good place for a house, I would think. Got a lot of view. Last night here, visibility was terrible. I think the worst we've had. And I was having trouble with the right-hand side of my header dragging up. I'll show you what happens, and maybe you can see it. See this pile here, right where the beans begin? That's what happens. Leaves a big old pile. So, this morning, we adjusted the header, and that took care of all that. Let's see if we can get this fed in now that we can see. Let's go at it kind of slow where to plug everything up. Some dirt involved in there. Slow the reel back down. Yep, went right in. So thankfully, adjusting the header fixed all those issues. It's not hard to adjust. There's instructions printed right on it. And if you do what the instructions say, it works out quite well. Haven't had any problem this morning, thankfully. That was not much fun last night.
Getting dry out there. Last one tested 14.6, I believe. Little dust ball now.
Well, I'm now on the Groning farm, belongs to Mike Schaefer. Nice 80-acre field. Part of it's doing real good, and then you get to the higher part, it's kind of burnt up from the summer, August time when we had no rain, last July to August, but all in all, not too bad. This will be our last field of corn in Lawrence and Wabash counties. We're finishing up an area. Figured on going back to Crawford County, I think, tomorrow, finishing it. Take a few days and then heading to Indiana is my plan and so forth. Corn's nice and dry down here now.
This is the last field in Wabash County. We are just barely in Wabash County. See this corn, this field, Wabash County. See those beans? Lawrence County. That's the line. Right there.
There we're in a field now. It's varying 100 bushels from one end to the other. It's 100 bushel difference. A little drought here, boys. They got the dust fly. I think we'd have had a record corn crop, I believe, if we could have got 2 more rains. About a week and a half or so after it quit, and then another week. It's cut off a little too quick. Well, we're done in Lawrence and Wabash County. What do you think about that?
Bro, it's up close to my face.
Look at this black spot on her face. Thinks she's playing baseball. Hey, Trip, you got a black eye, too.
Where there?
You got me a couple passengers tonight. First time in all year.
She's scared of chickens.
That'll do it for Wabash County. Filling up the last truck from here. And the combine ran all day. So, evidently, our fuel problem didn't end up being that big of a problem. Feel very fortunate about that. Good thing they got the screens on the bottom of the fuel tank, I guess, because it kind of stopped it all there. It didn't get in the engine, evidently. So, we're gonna get that. Combines ran good. I didn't know how that was going to work. So. That's it for Wabash County, Lawrence County. Got them both done in one day. That's it for this video. See you Wednesday.